Hey guys, J-Man here for another comic book review. Jabba's Palace, number 1. The 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. Woohoo! Okay, I did not buy this on physical copy, or in a physical copy, so we're reviewing it digitally. Woohoo, yay. Alright, Jabba's Palace. Well, I'm a big fan of Jabba the Hutt. I'm a super fan of Jabba the Hutt. I think he's just the best creation ever. Have the original toy from Jedi, with Salacious Crumb. I don't have all of the accessories. I have a couple of them, but I just love the palace sequence. To me, it's almost like a little mini movie with like a beginning, middle, end, an objective and all that. I think he's a great character. Just one of the most coolest designs. Anything in Jabba's Palace is cool. I even have the novelization Tales from Jabba's Palace. It's pristine condition. I got it when it came out along with the Bounty Hunter books. I didn't read it because I was too nervous to open it up. So I actually bought it on Kindle. I was going through my books. I was like, I never read these. And I bought it on Kindle so I could read it because I just like, I didn't want to break the spine. I don't know. Anyways, so I didn't really even know this was coming out. I kind of just got it on a whim here. So it's not really about Jabba. It's about this character. He is ADM. So I'm going to zoom in. So that's one of these guys, one of these droids. So remember in Jedi where the guy's being destroyed in the background, like he's being pulled apart, and he tells 3PO, oh, we had to get rid of our last protocol droid. That's that character. It's his backstory, and it's exactly what's happening right now. So you can see here, 3PO and R2 have been delivered. And he even says, you are a protocol droid, are you not? I am C-3PO. Yes or no will do. Remember that entire sequence? That's the first page. So I actually really like that because it just gets you right in and it's like, okay, I know where this is taking place now in just one page and I understand exactly what's going on. All right, so we're going to review this using my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 to 2. 2 is the best. If a comic book scores a perfect score in a category, that does not mean that category, it's the best in that category. So if I gave the artistry a 2 out of 2, I'm not saying the art is better than Alex Ross or Neil Adams or something. That's not what's being said here. I'm just saying for this comic. So I'm reviewing this comic based on what you think it's going to be and how well it delivers on that promise. Every comic book is a promise to the reader to say this is going to be something you want based on what you know what it is. So if you're buying a Superman comic, you're expecting action, adventure, science fiction, big battles, epic stories, things like that. It's Superman, right? Batman. If you're buying detective comics, you're expecting Batman to be solving some sort of crime or some kind of vigilante stuff, right? That's the expectations. Now, if you get more, you get a higher score. So if you get a 1 in every category, you get a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 means that's a pass. Yeah, it was okay. You read it, you're probably never going to read it again, or you don't care that much. 7 or 8, that's a good comic. 7 or 8, 7 out of 10 is a good score. That's a very good score. That's above average. You're like, yeah, this was a pretty damn good book. Maybe I'll grab the second issue and see how it goes. Obviously, 9 and 10 out of 10 is fantastic, right? You might, 9 out of 10, you're adding it to your pull list, right? All right. I'm going to give the storyline of this a 1.5. Yeah, I kind of like the storyline here. It's a one-off. I understood it was going to be a one-off on the first page. So kudos to that. It delivered. I'm close to giving it a 2 out of 2, but I do feel that, it could have a couple of things I would have liked to have seen happen more. But it's so close, maybe a 1.75. Let me see how I play out the other categories. Maybe I'll raise it, but 1.5, it's definitely above average from what I thought it was going to be. And I kind of like those droids. I always thought they look cool, and Jabba's in it and stuff. We'll get to characters in a moment. For the pacing, I'm going to give the pacing a 1.5 as well. This was very well paced. There's not really action, but this is Jabba's palace, and the story starts to take you into this whole, like, kind of, intrigue and and like behind the scenes moves and all this kind of scheming and all that. So we've got this character here. I've completely forgot his name though. I didn't. Oh, here he is. Sylvan. So that's this guy here. Let me show you what he looks like here. Zoom in. There you go. So he's like a Bib Fortuna guy. Look, guys, I love Star Wars. And when I say love Star Wars, that means I like the 3 original films unaltered. The prequels, I'm okay with the prequels. I've kind of come to terms with those. the prequel, sorry, yeah, the sequels I don't like, the Rey Skywalker ones. I don't care about those. I still own them all because I own all of Star Wars. The middle movies like Rogue One I like. Solo is like What else came out? Yeah, so I own all of the Star Wars stuff. Like there's like my Star Wars things right there. I own a lot of the I own everything like on Blu-ray or whatever that's come out to buy. I really like Mandalorian first 2 seasons. I have tons of Star Wars toys. I have almost the entire collection of vintage figures. I'm missing the high-end ones, the blue snaggle and that kind of a thing. But I have all of the basic figures for Empire, almost all for Jedi, and all but 2 from Star Wars. Power of the Force ones, those later ones, I don't have a lot of those, but I have. But so I'm a Star, but I don't know everything. I don't know the race of every character. I've read some books here and there, so I don't know. Bib Fortuna, I really like that character. I think he just visually looks cool to me. I always like Bib Fortuna. He was like my first Star Wars toy when I saw Jedi in the theater. But I don't know what his race is named. I'm sure they say it in here, but I don't remember it. So this guy here has come into Jabba's palace, and he wants to get in and wants to ascend. So he's got this droid now to help him out, and since it's the interpreter droid, he's using him and manipulating him to make things work in his favor. So he's got these 2 guys fighting against each other. So the story's pretty complicated. This is why I almost gave it a 2, because it is pretty neat. It's slightly basic because it's like it's a villain, so that's the kind of thing he's going to do. Like I expected something like that, so that's why I didn't give it the full. So 1.5 for story, pacing 1.5. It is fast paced for the kind of story it's telling. That's not to say that there's going to be big action. There's no big action really. There's a little bit of a scuffle, of fight. That's it. It's mostly these kind of chess moves or whatever. The artistry, I'm going to give the artistry a 1. I like the art. It's good. That's all I'll really say on it. There's nothing, it's nothing like it's not like super dynamic, amazing. I kind of like the old Star Trek. I love Star Trek. No, the old Star Wars, like the newspaper dailies and all whatever it was, if it was the Sundays or the dailies. I got a digital collection of those. I thought those were really cool. I kind of like that art style for me. But the art's a solid 1. Characters, I'm going to give it a 1.5, actually. I like the characters. I like the ADM. He's kind of neat. I have a Funko Pop of him. He's kind of cool. Jabba's awesome. Bib Fortuna's in it for a second or 2. And I really like this bounty hunter. Now, where is this guy? There's a bounty hunter that's introduced here. I wish he would have been introduced later on in this, or I'm sorry, earlier on. What is his name? Let's see. Bane Malar. Again, I don't know this character. I'll zoom in a bit. Let me know in the comments who this guy is. Is there toys of him or what? Because he was pretty awesome in this. I really liked him a lot. That's why I'm giving it 1.5. Otherwise, I would have given it a 1. The Sylvan guy was okay. He was kind of a cool character. And the droid was neat. But this bounty hunter guy was super pumped, so I raised it a little bit more. For the overall enjoyment level, I'm going to give it a 1.5. I really enjoyed this. I was a bit surprised, to be honest, because I'm kind of down on Star Wars lately, and I'm kind of down on Star Wars comics. Like for a long time, I really haven't really liked them at all. But this one actually got me going. It's a one story. I don't know if there's going to be a part 2, like if there's going to be an issue 2 with a different character. But for your money for this, I do think it was worth getting it. So that's a 3.6. I'm giving this a 7 out of 10. So definitely above average, but it's not like super fantastic. But man, I thought it was pretty cool. Oh no, there's going to be more. Oh no. It looks like there's going to be a Lando thing. So this is like, what is this? See, Lando's one of my all-time favorite characters of anything. I love Lando. I got the Lando books. Anytime a new toy comes out, I buy the Lando toy. I got the big doll and all that. This is shit. I don't like this yellow shirt Lando thing. And like, I don't know why he has to wear this all the time. Give him other costumes with the cape. He can have, they showed multiple capes in that movie, and he always seems to have the one cape. And then he had multiple shirts, and he's always wearing this yellow. I don't know if they're trying to push the sequel trilogy, or not even sequel trilogy, Solo. I don't know if they're trying to push the Solo look. Like, why? Who cares? Just have him in the normal, or just do the blue. Like, really, the blue is what everybody likes. Oh man, there's an Ewok thing coming out. I love Ewoks, so great. I've just everything I've said. You're gonna be like, this guy's an idiot. He loves Ewoks. Look, I love Ewoks. I don't care. I can admit it. I have a problem. I love Ewoks. So yeah, Jabba's Palace, 7 out of 10, guys. Wow, I'm pretty pumped up that it got that high. Really, I just completely on a whim. I thought, what the hell? It's Jabba. Let's see what they've got going. It's not perfect, but it's definitely a lot better than some of the other ones that I've read. And is this Marvel still? I don't even know who owns this anymore. Is this Marvel? Like, this license gets passed around like crazy. Yeah, Marvel. I like the Dark Horse. They had some pretty good stuff, right? But yeah, so for a Marvel comic, it's better than a lot of the Marvel comics that came out, I'll tell you that much right now. So 7 out of 10, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on Jabba's Palace. Until next time.